Alright, welcome back to Dan's Hangout Garage. Today we'll be working on an '02 Ford Escape, replacing the starter. So let's jump into it. Oh yeah, starting the day. Let's get on it. I've got a plan in mind, especially in school. The light inside my head says, get up and play, 'cause you never feel this way. Alright, well, most vehicles, the starter is underneath the vehicle, but no, this one is right there on top. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to disconnect the battery. We're going to disconnect the ground side terminal. Mine's an 8mm. Disconnect, move to the side. Done. That way we have no power going to the starter, so we don't blow a main fuse, because that's what the last guy did. Our next step is we're going to have to remove the air cleaner to make some room to get to the starter. Flat tip screwdriver. Loosen your clamps. We're going to disconnect the mass airflow sensor. There we go. Move it out the way. I found out it's kind of easy to, just pull this off to the side. And there you go. Oh, don't forget your top hose. Oh, and these are brittle, so don't break it. That's my fault. And move it to the side. Pop your air box off. It should just lift up. Then you can check your air filter, which this one's going to be needing to be replaced soon. And we're going to move it to the side. This is where your starter is located, right here. So we have to take off. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. There's a nut there for the main power wire, and then on the other side there is the start wire. Then underneath this hose there is a 13, I think it is. And then on the other side there's only 2 bolts holding it on, but this one's going to be a pain to get to. You can use I think a socket and an extension on the other side. So let's try to get these off. Alright, so we're going to start removing the main power wire, which is a 13. Oh, camera move. Oh, come on. There we go. They give me no wiggle room here. All right. Oh, and I would suggest doing this while the car is cold, because these are all heater lines, and they'll be quite warm when you're trying to take these nuts off. There, we got one. Make sure you put it to the side. We can undo that one. And let me see if I can see the other one. Alright, you see the little yellow connector right here? I can't see the nut because I can't get a camera in there, but that one should be an 8mm. We're going to get down in here and try to not move the camera and get it off. Next bolt is going to be the starter bolt. It's really hard to see. This is the angle I can get it at. That one right there should be a 13. I'm going to have to use a wrench on that one to get it out. And I'm not going to be able to have the camera here. So that one's the one that's, I'm sorry. Not going to have the camera there. Well, we're going to pull that one out and then we'll get to the back one. All right. I was able to get it broke loose with a wrench. And then on my 1/4" drive set, I got a swivel and a shallow. And don't mind the tape because my swivels are a little not tight. And I was able to run it out that way. So let's get to the back bolt
and let's get the starter out. On the back side of the starter, there's the bolt that we need to take out. Let's see if I can do this, because I got to hold the camera because it won't stay where it needs to be. Oh, sorry. And my lighting's not too great. All right. Let's see if I can move the camera just a little bit and get you a better view. There we go. Oh, I'm covering it up with the ratchet now. I'm sorry about that. And now my hand, break it loose. Once you get it broke loose, oh my goodness, camera stay. New tripod's not working out for me. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Loosen the bolt. And prego, we got the bolt out. Put it to the side. And now we're ready to lift the starter out. So, see if I can do this one-handed, because I gotta hold the camera, because I'm not liking this new tripod. Alright, hopefully got it stable enough. This is the fun part. Work it, lift it, and there you go. Starter is out. Bad thing is I'm putting back a used starter that I have gotten from another vehicle, because actually the motor in this one has been redone from that other vehicle. So now we're going to drop the starter in. Hopefully you'll be using a new one and not a used one, but sometimes we do what we have to do. And once you get the starter back in place, after you hold your mouse right a couple times, let's see, come on. Boom. Reinstall bolts and wiring, and you're good to go. You'll have a new starter then. Yay! So we reinstall the bolts. Back one. When you get it started, one thing I've learned in life, even though these have starter has dowel pins, make sure you get both bolts in before you snug them down, because then you'll have problems. Like this one's not even wanting to go in. I don't know why. One thing I've learned with this bolt is get you a magnet. Get it back in there. Again, this is quite hard to do with one hand because I'm holding the camera with the other. Oh, almost had it. Almost had it. And then I pulled out. Boom. Now you can stick your finger down there and pull your magnet off and get it started. Let's go ahead and get this one snugged up and we'll be right back. All right, well, we got the bolts back in it. Again, they're a pain in the butt, but when you go to put your wires back on your starter, make sure you do the start wire before you do the main power wire. So we're gonna go ahead and get that one back on and finish putting everything back together. All right, so we got the starter wires all down. It's time to go ahead and put it back together so we can start this thing. We are reversing the process. Now, if you ever want to if you're dropping your coolant at the same time, you can always move hoses to make it easier. But since I have brand new coolant in this, and I didn't want to. That's the reason why I'm doing it this way, instead of removing hoses and get them out of the way and making more room. So we'll start by putting our air cleaner box back on. If I can get it in the holes. There we go. Then you drop your air cleaner back in. I just took it out and I don't remember how it goes back. There we go. The reason why I put the bracket in there, it's a lot easier to just move it up and snap these back down. Now you can plug in your mass airflow. And put this back on. And snug down your clamps. Put your hose on. And of course, the last thing we're going to do is reconnect the ground. Done. So thank you for watching how I change a starter on a 02 Ford Escape. I know it's been a while since I did any videos. It's just been hectic for the last couple weeks, couple months. So hopefully you stay tuned and we'll hopefully get back on track. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye.
Today is gonna be a little something more.